All right, hi everyone. Today or this week for writing, we've already looked at contractions. You guys should be doing some sight word practice on spelling city and some reading. We've also done a little bit of reading comprehension. So what you are going to learn to do today is how to write a journal, which is pretty easy. Okay, so on your home learning books, okay, you need to write the date, Wednesday, March 25th, 2020, and your LO, which is I can identify what I need to write a journal entry. All right, now this is going to be pretty easy. You just have to do a little notes page, and then I'm going to give you an assignment that you can work on tomorrow, Thursday, and over the weekend because it won't be due until Sunday. So tomorrow you have a little bit of an easy day because you won't have so much to do and there won't be an English video for you to watch, okay? So, what is a journal? A journal is a diary. It's a place to write down what you did during the day. Okay, so for example, if someone went on vacation, they may write up starting with what they did, that they woke up, and each step through the day, or what they saw, or their favorite thing. Okay, and they'll probably use a lot of details. So, what you can do is for this page, you can write down what is a journal for your notes page, and then you can say that it is a place to write down what you did during the day. Okay, so those are your notes for this page. Okay, remember you can pause the video at any time if you need more time to copy down anything. So what do we need in a journal entry? Okay, so remember how we did persuasive writing and you needed to have your Oreos, and we've done information writing. Now we're doing a journal entry. So for a journal entry, the things that we need, okay, are the date. It's very important to start with a date, otherwise you will never remember what day it was or when you did those things, okay? So you need the date, you need a title, okay? And this is just what the entry is about. So if you were writing about going to your, I don't know, going to Pizza Hut, your title could just be Pizza Hut or the day I got the best pizza of my life. Okay, so you can decide how interesting your title is. So what do you need in a journal entry from this page? You need the date and a title. So anything underlined, again, you can write in your books. So the next one is you need lots of details, okay? So it's important to use detail to describe what happened. So you need to use juicy words or wow words, adjectives, anything, because you need to describe what happened. So I know I often ask you guys to write a little bit more or use those adjectives just to tell me a little bit more about what you did and to be very detailed and descriptive. So your journal entry needs to be like that, okay? Then you need an opinion, okay? And the final important piece is how you felt. So I want to know, did you like it? Did you not like it? Did you have a favorite part? Did you not have a favorite? Did you have a least favorite part? Okay, so that's what you need. You need to have the date, a title, detail, and opinion. Okay, that's everything you need in your writing. So this is an example of a journal entry that Miss Julia wrote for us. Okay, so there were four things that we needed to have. Remember, it was the date, a title, detail, and an opinion. Okay, so it says Wednesday, March 25th, 2020. The day I read 3 books. Today I didn't leave my apartment. It is very important to stay inside right now because I don't want to get sick. I need to find something to do to keep me busy. My students read a lot, and this inspired me to do some reading of my own. I decided to challenge myself to read 3 books. Not just any books, though. I chose a hilarious book about chickens, a fantastic book about magic, and a terrifying book about ghosts. I was very proud of myself for finishing all 3. My favorite book was the one about chickens because it had me laughing uncontrollably. I was breathless. I will try to read more books tomorrow. Okay, so see if you can find the date, the title, some details, and an opinion. Okay, here we go. So the date, Wednesday, March 25th, 2020. Good job if you found that. The title is The Day I Read 3 Books, okay? And there were lots of details and adjectives, so words like inspired, challenge, hilarious, fantastic, terrifying, uncontrollably breathless. Those are all details, okay? So there were lots of details in this paragraph. So Miss Julia did some really good writing for us, okay? And then the last part was when she talks about her favorite book was the one about chickens, okay? So, and she explained why. It had her laughing uncontrollably. So that was your opinion and how she felt. So she had all of the important things in there. So what you're going to do is you are going to try your own journal writing, but you're going to do it with a little bit of a twist. You're not going to write about a day that you've had this week or over spring break. You are just going to write about a day in the Ukraine. So you are going to imagine that you've been to the Ukraine, okay? And then you are going to talk about it. So remember, you need to have the date. It can be a made-up date or it could be a date from this week. You need to have your title. You need to have descriptions and details, and you need to have an opinion. So what you can do is you can actually look through your Ukraine booklet, okay? And you can see what the things that you'd like to do or see when you're there. You can remember the things that we've talked about in class, the famous places that we've talked about, or you can even do some research online. You can Google the Ukraine and you can see what you would like to see, okay? So you need to start by picking 2 or 3 things that you would like to do in the Ukraine. So if you have 2 or 3 things, okay, that's a good job. 3 to 5 things is a great job. And if you have more than 5 things, that means I'm blown away. So good would be a level 1, which would have like 2 or 3 things. Great would have 4 or 5 things, and which is level 2, and level 3 is more than 5 things, okay? And you can have that you tried a special food. Remember how we tried daruni? That's a special food. Maybe there's a special festival or a landmark. Maybe you saw a wild animal that you've never seen before in the UAE and you saw it in the Ukraine. So those are the kind of things that you need to start thinking about. Okay? So Miss Julia did a write about a day in Peru. Okay, obviously you need to choose the Ukraine. You're writing about the Ukraine, but Miss Julia did wanted to give you an example, so she talked about Peru. Okay, so the first thing that she was thinking was that she would wake up early and go on a hike. So she would walk up to see Machu Picchu, which would be really cool. So is there a famous site in the Ukraine, something maybe really cool that we want to see in the Ukraine? I know we talked about a few of those before spring break. Okay, then she said that she would want to explore and try out some traditional Peruvian foods. So again, what foods, looking at your booklet, what foods do you maybe want to try out or would you be willing to try out in the Ukraine? I know I would eat pierogies all the time. They're so good. Okay, so then she's then chosen one thing and she's put in some more details. So she's hiking to Machu Picchu. She said she would need to wake up really early just so you could have time to do the rest of the things. You would need some really good hiking boots. You would need some snacks and some water. And then maybe she would even see a llama on her trip. So think about the things that you can see maybe there. Maybe you can go online and check it out. I know a lot of websites right now you can actually go and look in things for free. So if you type in like a different place in the Ukraine, you might actually be able to see pictures of the insides. So that could give you some ideas, okay? Or maybe you want to do a hike through the mountains in the Ukraine. Just an idea. All right. Then she has some details for number 2, just to keep going. So tasting traditional Peruvian food. So she said, I would need to talk to some locals to find out the best places to eat. Maybe I would learn how to make the food, okay? And then I could write down the recipe to take home. So there's all these ideas here, and she's added details to her second thing that she wants to do in Peru. So then she chose number 3. She decided she wanted to do a Peruvian festival. So again, there's our third activity that we're going to do. So she's already done a level 1 piece of writing for us. Remember, 2 to 3 things was level 1, 4 and 5 was level 2, and anything more than 5 was a level 3. Okay, you can choose your challenge level. So again, she's found some more details for going to a festival just to make it a little bit more interesting, okay? So now she's putting it together. She's again changed the date to make it a different date. You can do the same thing. So we have our date, our title, and now we have our descriptions. So today I spent the entire day in Peru. It is such an incredibly beautiful country. I woke up very early at around 5 in the morning. I wanted to make sure I had plenty of time to do everything I wanted to do. I decided to start my day with a hike to see Machu Picchu. I put on my sturdy, strong gripped hiking boots, packed nutritious snacks, and lots of purified water. The hike was long and very tiring, but it was so worth it. Machu Picchu is breathtaking. I even got to see a fleecy llama while I was there. So you can see from this page, she has lots of details and she's used a lot of good adjectives to help describe her trip to Machu Picchu. Okay, so it continues on. I took pictures with the llama and got ready for the next part of my adventure. For this part, I went to explore a village. While I was there, I was at a market and met a very generous and welcoming old woman. She invited me back to her traditional home. It was one built on a floating island. While I was there, she taught me how to make the most delicious, I don't know what that says, kavish? I don't know. If you can figure out how to pronounce it, please tell me. I'm saying that it's savish. I could be way wrong. Okay. Next, I wanted to see the Fiesta de la Candelaria. The old woman and her family came with me. It was so much fun to see the vibrant, bright costumes and to watch the entertaining dances. I got to learn how to do one of the dances. Then I stayed up all night to watch the sunrise. This was my favorite part of my trip. I love Peru. So remember at the end, she has her opinion that she loved Peru and she has the favorite part of her trip. So these are things that you can add into your Ukraine post, okay? So some ideas to help you. You can actually use a thesaurus to help you find some better words, okay? You can do this online. Maybe you can ask mom and dad to give you a little help. Maybe they can think of some good words to help you with this, okay? Just like I would do in class. So what you want to do is you're just going to write your own journal entry using a lot of description about the Ukraine, okay? So once you have it written, you can just take a picture of it and submit it to me by Sunday morning. So you have today, tomorrow, and the whole weekend to work on it, okay? If you need more time, you can just let me know. You don't have to have any pictures, but I'll be super blown away if you do. But again, that's not important. So remember, you need to go back and have Here we go. Level 1, okay? This is 2 to 3 things that you've done in the Ukraine. A level 2 is 4 to 5 detailed things, and a level 3 is more than 5 detailed things. So, and again, those things could be that you had a special food. Maybe all you did on this trip was eat. Okay, maybe you ate something and then you went to a festival, or maybe you went to 1 or 2 landmarks, or you saw some animals. Okay, so they don't have to be huge things, and you don't have to write a lot about the different things that you did. Okay, just think about adding details into your writing, all right? So I look forward to reading your journal entries. Remember, you have until Sunday morning to get those to me, and I look forward to reading them. So good luck, and I can't wait to see your trips to the Ukraine.